I want to tell you a story. A story about a boy who uploaded videos to the internet for years and no one watched. A boy who sat alone in his bedroom talking to a camera, getting 0 views, 0 likes, and 0 comments. A boy whose friends, family, and teachers all told him he was wasting his time on a dream that would never work. And today, that boy has more subscribers than any other person in the history of YouTube. He has given away hundreds of millions of dollars. He has built schools, fed entire communities, and changed thousands of lives. He is not just a content creator, he is a force of nature. His name is Jimmy Donaldson. The world knows him as MrBeast. And his story will change how you think about patience, about obsession, and about what happens when someone refuses to quit for long enough. Chapter 1. The Boy in the Bedroom. Jimmy Donaldson was born on May 7, 1998, in Wichita, Kansas, and grew up in Greenville, North Carolina. His family was middle class. His parents divorced when he was young. His mother raised him and his brother. There was nothing extraordinary about his childhood, no special connections, no wealth, no advantages. But when Jimmy was 13 years old, he discovered YouTube, and something clicked inside his brain. He was fascinated, not just by watching videos, by understanding them. Why did some videos go viral while others did not? Why did some channels grow while others died? What made people click? What made people stay? On February 20th, 2012, at the age of 13, he uploaded his first video. Almost no one watched it. He uploaded another, and another, and another. For months, he uploaded videos to an audience of almost 0. His view count was in the single digits. Sometimes his only viewer was himself. Most people would have stopped. Most people would have decided it was pointless, but Jimmy did not stop. Something inside him said that if he just kept going, if he just kept learning, eventually it would work. The lesson of this chapter is the seed of everything that follows. Most people quit before anyone notices them. The ones who change the world are the ones who keep going when no one is watching.
Chapter 2. The Obsession. While other teenagers were playing sports, going to parties, and hanging out with friends, Jimmy was studying YouTube. He watched thousands of videos, not for entertainment, for education. He analyzed thumbnails, titles, hooks, pacing, editing styles, audience retention graphs. He treated YouTube like a science. He connected with other small YouTubers online. They formed a group and spent hours every single day on calls, dissecting why certain videos performed well. They challenged each other. They critiqued each other's content. They were obsessed in a way that most adults could not understand. Jimmy has said that between the ages of 13 and 18, he spent almost every waking hour either making videos or studying videos. He did not go to college. He briefly attended East Carolina University but dropped out almost immediately. He knew what he wanted, and he knew that no classroom could teach him what he was learning on his own. His mother was worried, his teachers were worried, everyone around him thought he was throwing his life away for something that would never pay off. He was a teenager with no income, no degree, and no backup plan. Just a camera, an internet connection, and an obsession that would not let him sleep. The lesson of this chapter is uncomfortable but true. The world will not understand your obsession. They will call it a waste of time. They will call it unrealistic. But obsession is the price of mastery, and mastery is the price of success. Chapter 3. The Years Nobody Saw. For over 4 years, Jimmy uploaded consistently and almost nobody cared. His videos got a few hundred views at best. He tried different formats. He tried gaming content. He tried commentary. He tried challenges. Nothing worked. Nothing broke through. He has talked about this period openly. He was frustrated.
He was broke. He was embarrassed. His friends were getting normal jobs, going to college, starting their lives, and he was still in his bedroom talking to a camera with no evidence that it would ever lead anywhere. But he did not see those years as wasted. He saw them as training. Every failed video taught him something. Every video that flopped showed him what did not work. He was collecting data, building knowledge, developing an understanding of the platform that almost no one else had. He later said that those years of failure were the most important years of his life because they gave him something that no viral moment could. They gave him depth. They gave him understanding. They gave him the foundation for everything that came after. The lesson of this chapter is about invisible progress. Just because no one can see your growth does not mean you are not growing. The roots grow underground long before the tree becomes visible.
Chapter 4. The Breakthrough. In January 2017, Jimmy uploaded a video called "I Counted to 100,000." It was exactly what it sounds like. He sat in front of a camera and counted from 1 to 100,000. It took over 40 hours. It was absurd. It was exhausting. And it was brilliant. The video went viral. It got millions of views. Not because counting is interesting, but because the sheer commitment, the insanity of someone actually doing it, made people curious. It was something no one else would do. And that became Jimmy's formula. Do what no one else is willing to do. He followed it with more extreme videos. He read the entire dictionary. He watched paint dry for hours. He said one word 200,000 times. Each video was a test of endurance, patience, and commitment. And each one proved the same thing. Jimmy Donaldson would outwork anyone. After the counting video, his channel started growing, slowly at first, then faster. People were drawn to his energy, his creativity, and his willingness to suffer for content that no one else would make. He had found his voice, and the world was finally listening. The lesson of this chapter is about differentiation. You do not break through by doing what everyone else does. You break through by doing what no one else is willing to do. Be so committed that people cannot ignore you. Chapter 5. The Giving Begins. As his channel grew, Jimmy started earning money, and he did something that shocked everyone. He gave it away, all of it. He gave strangers thousands of dollars on camera. He tipped waitresses $10,000. He gave his mother a house. He gave his friends cars. But it was not just random generosity. Jimmy had discovered something powerful. When he gave money away, people watched. When people watched, he earned more money. When he earned more money, he could give more away. It was a cycle of generosity and growth that no one in the history of YouTube had ever figured out before. His videos became massive. I gave away $1 million. I opened a free car dealership. I bought everything in a store. Each video was bigger than the last. The scale was unbelievable, and it was real. Every dollar was real. Every reaction was real. Every life changed was real. By 2020, MrBeast was one of the biggest channels on YouTube. He had tens of millions of subscribers. He was earning tens of millions of dollars per year, and he was putting almost every cent back into his videos and his philanthropy. He did not buy mansions or luxury cars. He reinvested everything. The lesson of this chapter is about purpose. Money is not the goal. Money is the tool. When you use it to create value for others, it comes back to you multiplied. Generosity is not just kindness, it is strategy. Chapter 6. Changing the World. As MrBeast grew, his ambitions grew with him. He was no longer satisfied with just giving money to individuals. He wanted to change systems. He wanted to solve problems at scale. In 2019, he launched a campaign called Team Trees, partnering with the Arbor Day Foundation to plant 20 million trees. The internet rallied behind him. They raised over $23 million and planted the trees. It was one of the largest crowd-funded environmental projects in history. In 2021, he launched Team Seas, aiming to remove 30 million pounds of trash from the ocean. Once again, the goal was met. Millions of people donated. Millions of pounds of waste were pulled from the water. He built a food bank in his hometown that has fed hundreds of thousands of people. He created a free food pantry. He funded cataract surgeries for 1,000 people who were going blind. He built wells to provide clean water in Africa. Each project was bigger, bolder, and more impactful than the last. Jimmy was no longer just a YouTuber. He was using the platform he built to genuinely make the world a better place. And he was proving that entertainment and impact could coexist. The lesson of this chapter is about scale. Think bigger than yourself. When you build something powerful, use that power to lift others. Your platform is not just for you, it is for everyone you can reach. Chapter 7. The Empire. By 2024, MrBeast had over 300 million subscribers on YouTube, making him the most subscribed individual in the history of the platform. He had surpassed everyone. His videos regularly got over 100 million views each. He had become a media empire. He launched MrBeast Burger, a virtual restaurant chain operating in over 1,000 locations. He launched Feastables, a chocolate bar company that generated hundreds of millions in revenue. He built a team of hundreds of employees. He ran his operation like a machine, constantly optimizing, constantly improving, constantly pushing the boundaries of what was possible. But through it all, Jimmy remained focused on one thing: making the best possible content. He has said in interviews that he still spends the majority of his time thinking about videos, not about business deals, not about his net worth. Videos, the craft that started everything when he was 13 years old in his bedroom. He never lost sight of why he started, and that focus, that refusal to get distracted by everything that comes with fame and fortune, is what separates him from everyone else. The lesson of this chapter is about staying grounded. Success brings distractions. Opportunities pull you in 1,000 directions. But the people who build something truly great are the ones who stay focused on the thing they do best. Chapter 8. Why this story matters to you. You are watching this right now because something inside you wants to build something. Maybe a channel, maybe a business, maybe an art. Maybe something you cannot even name yet. You have a spark inside you, and you are wondering if it is worth following. Jimmy Donaldson uploaded videos for 4 years with almost no views. 4 years! That is over 1,000 days of talking to a camera with no proof that anyone would ever care. And he kept going. Not because he was confident, not because he knew it would work, but because he could not stop. The obsession was bigger than the doubt. So let me ask you this. What would you be willing to do for 4 years with no results? What would you keep doing even if no one watched, no one clapped, and no one believed in you? That answer is your purpose. That is the thing worth chasing. You do not need millions of followers to start. You do not need the perfect equipment. You do not need anyone's permission. MrBeast started with a cheap camera and 0 viewers. The only thing he had was a refusal to stop. Here's what you can do right now. Start today. Whatever it is, start. Upload the first video. Write the first page. Build the first version. It will be bad. That is fine. MrBeast's first videos were terrible. He has said so himself. But bad work that exists is infinitely better than perfect work that lives only in your head. And then do it again tomorrow, and the day after that, and the day after that, for as long as it takes. Because the secret is not talent. The secret is not luck. The secret is time plus obsession plus refusal to quit.
The lesson of this chapter is the most practical one. Do not wait for the perfect moment. Start now. Start bad. Start scared. But start and do not stop. Chapter 9. The long game always wins. Jimmy Donaldson spent his entire teenage years building something that nobody believed in. He sacrificed his social life, his education, and his comfort for a dream that had no guarantee. And he won. Not because the universe owed him something, but because he stayed in the game longer than anyone else was willing to. That's the real secret. Not brilliance, not luck, not connections. Time, consistency, the willingness to be ignored, to be doubted, to be invisible, and to keep showing up anyway. Most people quit after a week. Some quit after a month. A few last a year. But the ones who change the world are the ones who last a decade. They are the ones who are still working when everyone else has moved on to the next shiny thing. You have that same choice in front of you right now. You can chase quick results and give up when they don't come, or you can commit to the long game. You can decide that you will be here next year, and the year after that, and the year after that, no matter what. The long game is boring, it's lonely, it's thankless, and it's the only game that actually works. Your story is not over. The best chapters have not been written yet.